Hi, I'm Scott Kelby, and I'm here to tell you about one of the most requested features that made its way into CS4's Camera Raw, and that is post-crop vignetting. If you've ever tried to add a vignette effect after you've cropped, well, you already know what the problem is. Here's the solution.
All right, first we'll look at a visual demonstration of what the problem is and then how they fixed it in Camera Raw 5. Well, a very, very popular technique that's really grown in popularity has been vignetting, where you darken the edges of the photo. And in Camera Raw, you were always able to do that. You had this thing called lens vignetting. It was designed to actually, originally, take out the problem of darkened edges, which is great, it still does. But if you accentuate the edges, then it looks cool. So that's what we're going to do. So you would do it simply like this. You would just bring in how dark you want it, and then how far in the darkness would appear. So it kind of gives you this little look right here, right? Which is kind of nice. It kind of almost like you added another light to the mix. So look, before and after. It kind of takes the focus away from the corners and puts it on your subject in the middle. That's great. Here's the problem. When you go to crop the image, let's say you said, that was a little bit big. How about something more like this? And then, well, a lot of that goes away. A lot of that vignetting, you get a little bit of it, but it's not nearly what it was before. That's what post-crop vignetting does. This adds vignetting after the area you've cropped. So now look how far you can go in. And not only can you control the amount and the midpoint, but you can also control the roundness of how round it is, and you can even expand it up a little like that. And the softness, the feathering of the edges. Do you want it kind of hard, which I think looks pretty stupid, or kind of soft, maybe like that? So now you can really focus that vignetting in. You can get rid of this other stuff if you don't want it. You don't really need it. You can control it here. So let's just really darken that in nicely. Now sometimes when you darken this whole thing, I like to go back to the basic panel and just bring up the exposure a little bit more. There we go, like that. Now look at the difference. Let's go to the vignetting and look at the difference between before and after. How you've just focused the light in and made the bride the focus and darkened everything around there. But it happens after you've cropped the image. So if you were to hit open image, when it opens in Photoshop, you will only see the area inside and will have all that nice vignetting. So it's not a very complicated control, but it's a very powerful control. Post-crop vignetting.
There you have it, post-crop vignetting done right in Photoshop CS4's version of Camera Raw. Hey, make sure you check out my other couple of videos on some of the other cool new things they added in CS4's Camera Raw.